The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. That we have each other, and for that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. We'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. We'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Larkin here, principal of Morse High School. Sorry I'm coming to you via a video and not being there in person, but this morning I had to attend a Principals Institute, and so I couldn't miss that. So I want to send you guys a virtual video. So welcome to our first online articulation process. I really do hope it's our last time that we'll have to do articulation online. I know that you all are anxious to get back on site, as are we as the staff members. We really do understand that it's a lot going on with online learning. However, we really do miss you, and we can't wait to see you guys in person. So please know that articulation is very, very important. Creating the master schedule is huge. It's a huge process and undertaking. So we really do need you all to take this seriously and follow the instructions from your counselors and your teachers. And please be very selective and purposeful in getting all of your course requests in. and doing that within the next day or two, all right? So please don't delay. Get it done as soon as possible because it's a big undertaking. We want to make sure that next year, when we hopefully return back on campus, that you guys are all in your correct courses, all right? So take care, love you, miss you, and I'll see you in hopefully the 2021-20 school year. Take care, bye-bye. Good morning.
Welcome, Morris High School students. Yay! This is your articulation spectacular for 2021-2022 school year. Your counselors have put in a lot of time developing this articulation event. Please pay close attention. This is all about you and all about how you're going to get your classes for next year. We miss you. We can't wait to see you. And we'll hopefully see you soon. So we're going to start our program in just a moment. Here you see a picture slide of all of your counselors. These are our little mini-me's. So on our actual newsletter website, if you click on them, you'll get our information. But without further ado, we will begin with Mr. Wagner. Yay! Morris High School alumni.
Morning, Morris Tigers. It's so nice to be here and being able to address the student body. I am one of the school counselors. I have last names PR through Z. And so please reach out to us if you guys have any questions regarding this presentation. And I'll pass it on to Ms. Ridge.
Morning, Tigers. My name is Miss Ridge. I am the school resource counselor here at Morris High School. I handle all things dealing with scholarships, 504s, and that nature. I'm looking forward to meeting you all. This year it's only been virtual, so I'm excited to get back on campus and see your faces. I'll pass it to Miss Mullaney.
Hello, I'm Miss Mullaney. I have EL through MC. I hope to see you guys soon, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I will pass it to Mrs. Flint.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, teachers, for making this happen, and students for your attention today. I'm Mrs. Flint, and I have students with last names ME through PO, and all students enrolled in college classes. So enjoy today, and we will hopefully see you very soon. And I'll pass it over to Ms. Brogan.
Good morning, Tigers, and welcome to Articulation. We really miss you guys and cannot wait to see you guys in person. I am your intervention counselor, so I'll work with you throughout the year on several different kinds of things. But in the meantime, we're going to keep going with our program. And here is our agenda today. We will be starting with counseling resources. Okay, so if you need to get in touch with your counselors, we send out a newsletter update regularly. And in that newsletter, you can see all different ways in which you can contact us. We also put this in our Google Classrooms for you guys. And attached to the newsletter, you can find our phone numbers, our emails, our office hours, so on and so forth. So anytime you need to get in touch with us, go to that newsletter, which we will keep sending out to you. We'll keep posting for you, and you'll be able to get a hold of us. On top of that, we have several resources for you guys at Morris. So anytime you need something, you can reach out to us. We can help get you the resource that you need. We have Nurse Kathy, who is an integral part of our team, as well as Ms. Rashida in the Wellness Center, and Ms. Meyer, who's our military counselor. All of their information is right here on how to get a hold of them. But you guys just need to remember that we are here for you guys. All of us, we want to do whatever we can to help you guys through this time and through your academics. And just make sure you reach out. We really do miss you guys. We're going to start hosting some fun time Zoom office hours. We already have done one, and we had a lot of fun with some students playing some games. So make sure you join us. Okay. Moving forward. These are your Google Classroom codes. Hopefully you're all in them. You can still add yourself to them if not. What is going on in the counseling department? So again, we have Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. We have TikTok and we have our update. We will be sharing this PowerPoint and everything is linked in here. So if you need to get on any of these platforms, make sure you click on here and find us. We try to post updates on Instagram. We're hoping to do some Instagram live sessions with you guys, Q&As soon. So make sure you follow us so you don't miss anything. We also have Facebook, which we're still working on that one. Next, you're going to be talking to about scholarships with Miss Ridge.
So Ms. Ridge may be having some technical difficulties this morning. So Mr. Wagner and I are going to do scholarships.
Go for it, Miss Mullaney.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, go ahead and get to the next slide, Ms. Brogan. Okay, so I'm not Ms. Ridge, I'm Ms. Mullaney. But Ms. Ridge is our school resource counselor, and she also works with our scholarships. And one of the things that she has now is Going Merry. And if you can play the video on the right-hand side, Mrs. Brogan.
Meet Jack. He's a student hoping to go to college, but he's worried about the high costs. He knows scholarships exist, but it's so hard to find and apply to them. Always being redirected, always re-entering the same information, and so many scams. But what if there was a better way? Now there is. Going Merry is your one-stop shop for scholarships. This means 1, you can apply directly to multiple scholarships. You never leave our site. 2, we autofill all of the information from your profile into each application, saving you time. 3, we've checked each scholarship for common essay questions, so you can minimize the number of essays you have to write. And 4, every scholarship has an estimated application time to help you prioritize which ones to do. So how does it work? Firstly, add your basic information, interests, and school details. We then match you to scholarships you're eligible for. And finally, you submit applications directly to any scholarship. And that's it. You're Going Merry.
So Ms. Ridge has everybody's not, especially seniors, but juniors and other grades can use it too. Going Merry, so that you guys can look up scholarships and apply to scholarships. So that's a good website for everybody to use. The next slide. Another or some other good websites that you can use are FastWeb and scholarships.com. And so there's links in each of these so that you can just click on the computers on the last ones. I guess it's, that's okay. So you can click on the computers in the last ones and they'll take you to the websites. Okay, so a lot of the things on this PowerPoint are clickable. So Warren, Mr. Wagner, do you want to talk about the scholarship?
Yeah, absolutely. So Morris is very fortunate to have a partnership with UCSD. And through UCSD, they have what's called the Chancellor's Associate Scholarship Program, also known as CASP. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. And so it is basically, the CASP program is basically a scholarship program for students that get admitted into the University of California, San Diego. The scholarship students receive up to $10,000 annually for up to 4 years, which on average is what it takes to earn your bachelor's degree. You must be eligible for the UC Blue and Gold plan, and it also covers fees for California residents for families who make under $80,000 a year. The scholarship also includes, covers education costs, housing, books, and is also renewable as long as students stay in good academic standing while at UCSD. Next slide, please. The program provides support and development for recipients through graduation and opportunities and services. Next slide, please. And Ms. Ridge is also partnering up with our partners from UCSD and San Diego State. That's Mr. Nico Villa and Mr. Valderrama, I believe his last name. I know I'm probably mispronouncing it. Ms. Mulaney, what's the correct name?
You have it right, Valderrama.
Okay, perfect. And they will be hosting a part 2 for Scholarships 101 on February 18th from 1:30 to 2:30. And down at the bottom is a Zoom meeting ID. They just held the first part not too long ago, and it was really successful. They've had, I think, over 14 students attend, and they're getting those students well prepared for scholarships and applying at the same time.
And you did not have to you did not have to go to part 1 to go to part 2. So you can go to part 2.
Thank you for adding that, Ms. Mulaney.
Woo-hoo.
And so I will be going over the next several slides for graduation requirements. So you guys are probably all wondering, I'm in high school, I know I'm earning my high school diploma, but what does it actually take, especially for you 9th graders and maybe even some 10th graders. For a lot of you 11th graders, you've probably heard this presentation several times throughout the last several years. This is a basic summary of our graduation requirements. It goes over the social science, or you will be satisfying the social science, English, mathematics, science, language other than English, also known as LOTE, visual and performing arts, which is your VAPA requirement, PE, physical education, and totaling 44 credits with a 2.0 cumulative GPA, which is a C average by the end of your senior year. Next slide. So as you guys are preparing in selecting your courses for next year, make sure that you take the time to review our course descriptions, because they will go over exactly what the course entails. There is a link at the bottom for you to click on. This course description is also available on Morris's website. So you have multiple ways of reaching it. And at the same time, reaching out to your teachers, maybe some friends that are upperclassmen, in selecting, the proper schedule for you for next year. Now we're jumping into the A through G requirements. And I forgot to mention, the A through G requirements and our high school graduation requirements mirror each other. So they're very similar. So while you're meeting high school graduation requirements, you're also meeting the minimum requirements for admissions into a four-year university. And we're going to start off with A, which is the social science. On the left-hand side is the grade level. And then you're going to read all the way across the top from left to right, which basically shows the different levels for all the courses that we offer. Social science is a 3-year requirement starting in 10th grade. You have your selections in 10th grade for world history or advanced world history. For 11th grade, we have identity, agency, and U.S. history, or honors U.S. history, AP U.S. history, or Black studies or Chicano studies. In your senior year, you will choose between government econ, AP econ and gov, and or political science. We really stress to you students to really take the time to consider taking an advanced class or an honors class or an AP class or a college class, but be very wise in choosing how many rigorous, challenging courses you want to take for your following school year. You don't want to overload yourself, but we do want you to reach your full potential by joining some of these higher level classes. Now, beginning with the class of 2024, which is our current freshmen, you guys have an additional graduation requirement to satisfy. So I hope you're listening. And that additional requirement will be taking an ethnic studies course. And we have some selections here in the green box. You could choose between taking an identity, agency, and US history in 11th grade, or taking a City College Black Studies class or a City College Chicano Studies class. If you do not take that in 11th grade, by your senior year, you will be able to take an elective to satisfy the ethnic studies course. We just don't know what that will look like at this time. Now, English is a 4-year requirement. So in 9th grade, your options were College Prep English 1-2 and or Advanced English 1-2. In 10th grade, you have English 3-4 and or Advanced English 3-4. For 11th grade, you have American Literature, Honors African American Literature, and AP Language. And just as a side note, any honors class or higher, like an AP class or college class, is considered a weighted grade, meaning that is your opportunity to earn additional points to ensure that your GPA can possibly go over a 4.0. And then in 12th grade, you have more choices in Contemporary Voices, ERWC, which is Expository Reading and Writing, and then your Advanced Placement AP Literature, and then our college course, English 101. C in the A through G is the mathematics requirement. It's a 3-year requirement in high school. However, colleges, I know all of you are college bound. You guys will all be applying to a university of some sort. And to stay competitive amongst a lot of your peers, it would be wise to take a 4th year of a mathematics course. So taking 4 years would really look good on your transcripts, and also it help you in getting admitted into a 4-year university. A lot of you 9th graders started off with Integrated Math 1 or in Advanced Integrated Math 1. And then in 10th grade, you will be taking Integrated Math 2 or Advanced Integrated Math 2. And then your following school year, you'll be finishing off with Integrated Math 3 or Advanced Integrated Math 3. And these are some of our additional math courses you can choose to take as your 4th year. We have replaced our college prep statistics class with data science and statistics, or you could choose between AP statistics as well. If you like the algebra track, you can continue on after integrated math 3 into pre-calculus, honors pre-calculus, AP calculus, and or the college course of Math 141 and or Math 150. And the same for science. Science is a 3-year high school requirement, but colleges would love to see you taking that 4th year of science also, especially if you plan on joining a STEM field, the medical field, or possibly majoring in any of the sciences also. All of you 9th graders are currently in biology or advanced biology. And then in 10th grade, you will be taking physics or advanced physics. And then in 11th grade, you can choose between chemistry and honors chemistry. And next slide, please. And or our additional science courses, which is physiology, and that's similar to an anatomies course. AP Environmental Science, and also AP Physics. The E in A through G requirements is the language other than English, also known as LOTE. It's a 2-year high school graduation requirement, but colleges do recommend that you take 3 years in LOTE. The 2 languages that we do offer at Morris High School is Spanish and Filipino. Spanish goes all the way up from Spanish 1-2 all the way up to AP Spanish Language and AP Spanish Literature. For Filipino, you'll start off in Filipino 1-2 and move all the way to Filipino 7-8 if you would like to. Also, for you juniors who are now moving into your senior year in a couple months, and you will be applying to those four-year universities, please pay attention to their admissions requirements, especially if you choose to apply to Ivy League schools. Those are our private institutions that similar to Stanford, Yale, Harvard, schools like that, because they do require a minimum of 3 years of a world language. And it's those little details that you're going to have to really pay attention to when applying to those colleges and universities in your senior year. The visual and performing arts is a 1-year high school graduation requirement, and it must be the same course that you take for the entire school year. So you can't mix up one semester of art and then the second semester of band because you will not have fulfilled that requirement. It has to be one pure year of a same course. We have everything from Art 1-2, Design Mixed Media. The next levels to that would be drawing and painting and color and design. And if you're really, really talented in art, you can challenge yourself to take a 2D AP Studio art class. We also offer AP Art History, and then different levels of band from band 1-2 all the way to band 7-8. These are our additional VAPA courses. We have everything from choir 1-2 to choir 7-8. Also, one of our CCTE courses, or a couple of our CCTE courses, an Intro to Engineering and Design, satisfies the VAPA, and then also Orchestra 1-2 all the way up to Orchestra 7-8. And these are our additional electives for VAPA: Photography 1-2, 3-4, and then the second levels, Photographic Imaging 1-2, and then Photographic Imaging 3-4. We have a really strong theater program thanks to Miss McCoy. A lot of students enjoy participating in that class, and they do a lot of fun things. And that's Theater 1-2 and Theater 3-4. Physical education is a 2-year high school graduation requirement. And usually students will satisfy this in 9th and 10th grade. It's really important that you actually take the fitness test. For you 10th graders, if you do not take the fitness test this year, unfortunately, you will have a PE class in 11th grade, regardless if you pass your PE class or not. It's a mandatory thing for students to take and attempt to take the fitness test. If you were to take it in 11th grade, hopefully you'll take it either in the fall or the spring, and then we can immediately after that, hopefully be able to take you out of your PE class just to expose you to that fitness test. There are a couple of options for you students to satisfy the PE requirement. You can participate in physical education and regular PE class. That's similar to what you've taken, in the previous years, either in middle school. But the major difference is you haven't had a chance to meet and get introduced to our awesome coaches. All of our coaches for PE are really, really supportive. They're all about promoting a healthy lifestyle, really putting physical education at the forefront, and really making you guys work and helping you meet your goals related to physical education. They follow 8 content areas in PE: physical activity, mechanics of body movement. Unfortunately, we don't have a pool, so an MLK park is a little too far for us to deal with aquatics. And I don't believe there is gymnastics, but there is individual and dual sports, possibly some rhythm and dancing, and then definitely some team sports. And that's something that's really, really fun to do. In addition to that, we also we have the Army on campus. We have excellent Army or military instructors. The JROTC stands for Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. and they primarily, it's a student-led program that really helps to enhance your leadership skills, your character skills. They really focus on foundations of success, your wellness, your fitness and first aid, geography and earth science, citizenship and American history is covered. Command and staff procedures related to the military are shared. And then they have additional electives related to success profilers, quantum learning, service learning, and then high school financial planning. And that's just a little tidbit of what they do. JROTC also does 2 days of physical training as opposed to regular PE where they do 5 days of physical training. And then on those off days for JROTC, you guys will be in the classroom kind of going over what I just mentioned also. If you really like ROTC or that military style of PE, there is no obligation to join the military. However, if you are a part of ROTC for 4 years and you do enlist, you actually go in at a higher rank because you do have experience. And another fun thing about ROTC is that they have various teams and extracurricular activities after school. And I only know this because my older brother was a battalion commander at Morris High School in the early 90s. So he made me shine his shoes, made me shine his medals and all that other stuff. So I was a little bit experienced in some of that. Some of their extracurricular activities are female and male fancy drill teams. There's the flag staff. There is, the color guards. There's also the drum corps for students with no experience needed. They can teach you exactly what and how to perform related to that. Next slide. Here we have our awesome Teacher of the Year, Coach Fabian, and she has an adapted PE class that works directly to support our special needs students, really promoting physical education, really having a good time with them. You probably might have seen her out on the circular lawn at lunchtime. She's, dancing along with students, playing really good music, and she's just a really positive role model to have on campus. She's brought the Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools to Morris, and this is a little clip to show what they showcased at that time.
And on Friday, it was San Diego traveling east to Morris for the premier game of the Unified Basketball Program, part of the Special Olympics in the San Diego Unified School District. It was led by Fabian Dearday, the adaptive physical education teacher for Morris, as they pair special needs students with general education peers in an adaptive PE class to create an inclusive environment. In the class, students follow specific rules to play together and get the full experience of a basketball game. In Friday's matchup, the Tigers defeated the Cavers 34-23. A rematch is scheduled for February with plans to bring the Unified Sports Program to all San Diego Unified School District high schools.
Morris High School is actually the first high school in San Diego Unified to have a unified physical education class. So that class is made up with 25 special needs students and 25 general education students. They're partners, they work together, they do the full curriculum together, and from there, we're able to have our unified team. It's a nationwide activity, and not just with athletics, but in academics, in drama class, and everything. We're trying to make education more inclusive for all students. They learn compassion, they learn that we're all a little bit different and we can all work together, and it's not about disabilities, it's about their abilities. I think everyone in the gym was feeling the love today.
That's awesome. Every time I watch that video, it really warms my heart knowing that we have staff like Coach Fabian really promoting inclusion and really just getting everybody together and building those bridges. So students, if you are interested in participating as a meeting to meet the PE requirement for your 2 years here in high school, you can choose to participate with Coach Fabian in her adapted PE class. Next week, when you start meeting with your counselors one-on-one to go over credit checks and solidifying your schedule, just let your counselor know that you're interested in participating in that class, and you definitely won't regret it. Next slide. And this is just a quick last summary in which what you have to do is reach 44 credits by the end of your senior year with a minimum of 2.0, which is a C average to graduate from Morris High School. Definitely please continue to work hard, Morris students. Like we mentioned before, we miss you. We can't wait to see you. And then we'll see you again in period 2. So you guys take care. See you soon. And I'll pass it over to Miss Mullaney, I believe.
Well, I wanted to add real quick, for this school year that's coming, we will be having peer mentors at Morse. We will be sending out information on how to apply for the program, but we will be having 12 students be our peer mentors for the next school year. We'll be choosing 10 seniors and 2 juniors. So this year, if you're a junior or a sophomore and are interested, we'll be sending an interest form out. You'll be applying, you'll be interviewing, and then you'll be trained before next school year. And again, I'll be sending out more information regarding the program, and the interest form will be put in the Google Classrooms as well. Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm going to pass it over to Miss Ward.
Thank you. And I forgot to introduce myself before. I was so excited about getting us going with our articulation today. I am Ms. Ward. I'm the head counselor at Morris High School, and I serve students with the last name beginning with the letter A through ED. So hello out there if you're one of my students, yay. All right, so next we're gonna talk a little bit about a different group of electives called more CCTE pathways. And so Ms. Mullaney and I will take it from here. Next slide, please. So one of the categories for our CCTE program is called Arts, Media, and Entertainment. So Design, Visual, and Media Art Pathway. Design, Visual, and Media Arts Pathway. Photography 1 and 2. And then the next course would be Photographic Imaging 1, 2. And then the next course would be Photographic Imaging 3, 4. So if you take all 3 of those, you will have completed the Design, Visual, and Media Arts pathway. It's a couple of pictures. Next, we have Education, Child Development, and Family Services. This is the Child Development pathway. So Human Psychology and Family, Developmental Psychology of Children's 1 and 2, and Developmental Psychology of Children 3 and 4. And these are our preschoolers. Oh my gosh, we missed them. It's a child development class. Education pathway for Education, Child Development, and Family Services pathway. You would take Human Psychology and Family 1, 2. And next you would take Intro to Teaching and Learning 1, 2. And next you would take Introduction to Teaching and Learning 3, 4. That would be our education pathway. Again, here are some preschoolers, some of our more students with our preschoolers.
Ms. Ward, can I jump in for a second?
Oh, yes.
Can you go back a couple of slides, Mrs. Brogan? So if you see there's a little cap right there in Introduction to Teaching and Learning 1, 2, that just means that you may be able to get college credit for that class. So in any of the CCTE classes, you see that little cap? Those are courses that you may be able to earn college credit for. Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for that. One of our other pathways is Hospitality, Tourism, and Recreation. So Food Services and Hospitality pathway at Morris High School. So number 1, you would start off with Food Preparation and Nutrition 1 and 2. Next, Culinary Arts and Management 1 and 2. And the third course, Culinary Arts and Management 3, 4. 2 and 3. Traditionally, our students call Hungry Tiger, because that's the name of our restaurant. If you don't know it already, they have done some amazing competitions and won many of them. So they are phenomenal. If you'd like to be part of it, food service and hospitality pathway would be where you would get those courses. Hospitality, tourism, and recreation. Hospitality, tourism, recreation pathway is food preparation and nutrition, concepts in hospitality, tourism 1 and 2, and concept in hospitality and tourism 3 and 4. So here's some shots from them, some gingerbread cookies being made. They do some amazing work with everything in relationship to tourism and hospitality. I know that they did our centerpieces for an event that we had at Morris High School, and it was absolutely phenomenal. They got lots of compliments on that. Another pathway is called Software and System Development Pathway, Information and Communication Technologies. And here is a video for you to watch. Computer Science, Morris High School.
Computer science is everywhere. Computer science has impacted all of our favorite video games. Computer science has impacted social media. The best part is that anyone can learn computer science, including you.
Hi, my name is Billy Fan. I'm a more senior and I've been pursuing my interest in computer science for about 4 years now. The thing I really like most about this is the freedom that you get once you start learning more about programming languages and what they can do. And essentially, once you start learning more about that, you start having more freedom and the world just becomes your oyster. I've done things such as automating skee ball machines, creating my own apps, and also building a remote control car and coding it myself. Hopefully this interests someone into pursuing computer science, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Abigail Rapata, and I'm in the 11th grade, and I am taking AP Computer Science Principles. I'm interested in computer science because it allows us to learn more about the complexities of computers, like programming languages, for example, Python, and how technology works.
Hello, my name is Isaac Flordeliza. I am a junior, and one way computer science has impacted me is it definitely gave me hopes and ideas on developing things in the near future, such as many video games and many applications. But as I gain more knowledge on computer science, I most certainly want to change that small application and make it into a bigger application.
Hi, I'm Nina Miranda. I'm in 11th grade. I am taking computer science principles. In the class, I learned how to code simple projects like interactions between two characters and had the freedom to express my creativity on a skit.
Hi, I'm Alex Atienza, and I'm currently a junior at Morris High School. So right now, I'm taking AP Computer Science Principles, and it's really opened up my eyes about the world of coding and all of its possibilities. Recently, I've been able to recreate one of my favorite video games and make one of my own. And while making this video, I took into consideration of the different aspects of computer science, and it really does impact our daily lives. And I just really hope that you at least get to try it out.
Hi, I'm Janaya Flordeliza. I'm in 11th grade, and I'm currently taking computer science. And the reason as to why students at Moore should take computer science is because it opens a new perspective in our advanced world of technology. And in our daily lives, we are constantly using phones, laptops, TVs, consoles, and etc. And to learn about the software behind it all is truly fascinating. And to add on, computer science has prepared me for the future with possible job opportunities and career paths that may be available and beneficial for women like me that are interested in the STEM field.
Thank you. That was excellent. Wish we had a lot more videos of our students sharing their interest in these classes. So software system development pathway. So computer science discoveries, and from there, AP computer science principles, AP computer science, actually they're interchangeable. So you see the arrows are going from one to the other. You can take AP computer science first and then AP computer science principles, or vice versa. But you do need to take computer science discoveries. More of our students busy at work. Engineering, and architecture, design pathways, puzzle cube challenge. That was fun to watch them do that one. So the first class for this pathway is Intro to Designing. And generally our 9th and 10th graders take that course. From there, you can take honors, civic engineering and architecture 1 and 2, and then go on to honors 1 and 2. Okay, and there we go. Here's some of the work that they do. We had them present once at Articulation, and they bring some awesome designs to share. It's amazing the work that students are learning to do in this course. Transportation, structure repair and refinishing. This is an awesome class. They won a lot of awards as well. Structure repair and refining pathways. So intro to auto body would be your first class. And then you'd go on to auto body repair and refinishing. And then auto body repair and refinishing 3 and 4. Now this is refinishing. We're talking about the outside of the car. We are not talking about working on engine work. So this is beautifying cars. And we have a phenomenal state-of-the-art facility where these students are learning to do this, and great pathways into careers. So here are all of our courses. These are teacher contact information about the classes. You'll be able to click on those if you want to go directly and send an email to one of them. You have a particular question about their classes. You can also look on the Morris High School website under course description, and you can get the description of any course that we have on campus. It might be a little outdated, so the year might be wrong, but the course information in there is still correct. So if you want more information, that's another place for you to go look at. Next, we're going to pass it on to Mrs. Flint to talk about college courses.
Hello again, students. I'm going to talk to you about what college courses are available at Morris High School. Many of you on the call probably are in college classes right now, but we offer several classes through 3 different colleges. First, we have City College, then we have Mesa, and then we have UCSD extension courses. Next slide, Ms. Brogan. These are the Mesa classes. Now these classes are through the accelerated program. So we do require that you have a 3.0 GPA to enter these classes. We have Mesa Math 141, 150, Poli-Sci 101 and 102. Poli-Sci is for seniors, and that takes the place of Gov Econ. Pre-calculus Math 141 is for students who have completed at least Math 3. And probably for next year, it would be a good idea if you also had pre-calculus this year going into it, unless you are really, really strong. It is a class that moves at a very fast pace and has a lot of content. So just, you need to be a really strong student in math. Also, what we'll talk about later is you will have the opportunity to meet with your counselor one-on-one. So if you have questions about these college classes or any other classes, you'll be able to talk to us individually at that point to see if college classes are right for you. So those are the Mesa classes, and they do require at least a 3.0 GPA. Next, we have our city classes. Chicano Studies and Black Studies, these 2 classes can take the place of your US History class. They also meet the Ethnic Studies requirement that's new for our current 9th graders. So when you guys get to be 11th graders, this will be an option for you to meet that requirement. Also, if you're a senior and you want to take these classes as electives, you're more than welcome to do that too. Next slide. Also through City, we have English 101 for seniors. The first class you take in that sequence is English 36, which is a class that helps you prepare for English 101 so that you can be successful. English 101 actually counts for your whole year of senior English. English 36 counts as an elective. We also have Personal Growth 120 and 130, which is available to all of you. Even our current 9th graders going into 10th grade, you can take Personal Growth if that is a class you'd like to take as a 10th grader. Personal Growth is open to all grade levels, 10 through 12. Next slide. Oh, and I also forgot to mention for City College classes, the minimum GPA is 2.5. And then we have UCSD courses. We offer just 2 courses right now, Sociology in the fall and Psychology in the spring. And these classes also require a 3.0 GPA. So just keep in mind some benefits to taking college classes is obviously you get college classes or college credit while you're in high school. You also get high school credit. So you get dual credit, college and high school. Most of the classes count for 2 high school credits, except for English 36, that's only 1 credit. And all of the classes except English 36 are also weighted. So you get double weighted credits each semester for each college class, except English 36, which is 1 credit and it's not weighted. So there's a lot of great benefits to taking college classes. There are also some risks. So you really want to make sure that you're prepared, that you have the study habits, that you are a good student. You can work independently, because if you don't want to have an F or even a D on your college transcript, that could affect your financial aid. It could put you on academic probation going into college. So really be thoughtful if you're choosing college classes to make sure that you can handle it, and also look at the rest of your schedule. Don't take, for most students, you don't want to take all weighted classes. That's going to be too much, but just think about having a balanced schedule. And then also for college classes, you can only take 2 at a time. So 2 in the fall and 2 in the spring. There's a maximum of 2 classes at one time. So next slide. Okay, so I think that was all for college classes. I am the college liaison. So if you have any questions, you can always email me. And like I said, we'll be talking with you one-on-one during our credit checks. But I'm also available for questions prior to that if you have them. Okay, so next, I believe Miss Mulaney is going to talk to you about Crash that's coming up.
Crash, credit recovery after school hours. So if some of you may need to make up some credits, so Crash will start on February 23rd at 3 o'clock, and it's from Tuesdays, or it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to have physics, biology, all math, and all English. So you all should have received in either Navion's email, your regular sandy.net email, you should have received a flyer for Crash so that if you need to go, you should go, okay? If you received an NG, a D, or an F, please go to Crash to make up your credits. Okay, and I think that's all for Crash. So Ms. Ward?
Just remember, as far as Crash is concerned, that there's only a certain amount of spaces. So if that's something that you really want to do, you need to make sure that you are there day 1 at 3 a.m. I mean, excuse me, not 3 p.m. Make sure that you're there on the first day. You don't want to miss a day, because if we're overloaded, we're definitely going to give priority to the students who were there on the first day. So don't forget. All right, so thank you all. We will see you period 2. Thank you for staying with us and staying attentive, and we'll see you period 2. Thank you.